Yeah, but that's everything you described front end effect. As you go down farther, and like I reiterated, this is not a 6-week game we're playing here. You may have some damage on the front end, but if you come out on the back end with more open markets for our products that we have to be competitive around the world, we get the imbalances in the trade offset a little bit. We get more production in the United States because they got better access to markets on the back end. It'll be better. So yeah, there may be something up front, but we don't know on the back end where this lands. No one does, and if they do, it's wild speculation.
But the idea of causing the disruption, the way that we're going about it, is the problem. I mean, the vision, okay, yeah, this sounds great, but is there another way to have done it, to have gone about doing it, other than, I'm just going to slap this person, this tariff on this person, and on this country, and this country? You don't see the problem in that? Causing the people that you actually trade with to not trust you, to cause an uproar, to cause a war?
I tell you what I've seen a problem with. We become an hourglass economy.
Can you answer that question first?
Yeah, I will.
The question is either yes, you see a problem with it, or no, you don't see a problem with it. And
no, because sometimes when you do a paradigm shift in the way you do business, you have to do it in a way that makes people stand up and pay attention. Now,
okay,
is that
you don't see a problem with it? You don't see a problem with it? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, I'm saying this. I've watched since the early 80s, men and women have their livelihoods just decimated while multinational corporations run to the cheapest markets in the world. And we don't seem to have a problem with the little kids over in Africa mining cobalt. We don't have a problem with the Uyghurs over in China. That's basically
Uyghurs. The Uyghurs. Don't say Uyghurs. That sounds.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a Muslim population.
I didn't know.
Can you spell it?
Well, it's a Muslim population. Basically, is being used for slave labor. We don't have a problem with that as long as we can get our iPhones a little bit cheaper. That's cool. But the idea, there's a small town from where I live. Within the last 50 years, it went from a vibrant little town to losing 3 factories, and it's become basically a crap hole because there's no work. People's running around working at gas stations, working at Walmart, and while they're sitting there doing that, the town's going to hell. When I lived down in North Carolina, the textile industry in the early 80s was just taken out. These was hundreds of people. Now, we have all this concern, but since the 80s, as we've allowed multinational corporations to gut our working families, no one cared about them. I'm still making a good living. Joe, he lost his job down at Black & Decker. Well, good luck, Joe. I'm going to keep buying this cheap stuff, and I'm going to make my money go as far as I can while you get gutted. And while the multinationals send everything offshore looking for the cheapest, I worked for a Fortune 100 company. We had a decision one time to go into Asia and start trying to acquire market share. We could either put our plant in Australia or we could have put it in Indonesia. We put it in Australia because we didn't face the environmental controls. We could expose the workers to whatever we wanted to. We could dump the crap right in the waters. Australia, you couldn't do that. So guess what? They put it in Indonesia for those factors. They didn't face any kind of environmental controls. They could expose their workers and, hey, sorry you got cancer, but good luck. Come on in, Joe. You're taking his place.
I don't know what you're saying right now. Are you guys following him?
No, I got an answer for him. I do have an answer for him. I know the reason why he feels that way. This is exactly what has allowed Donald Trump to actually come into power. So you have to take a bit of a look into history. So